Hello, listeners, and welcome to TechTalk at CCTI. I'm your host, Nova Kunzman, and in this episode, we'll be looking at the tech area who's responsible for the designs and almost all things man-made. They design buildings, objects, mechanical parts, and of course, I'm talking about drafting and design technology. In this episode, you'll be able to listen to an exclusive interview with the DDT instructor, Mr. Pease, as well as two of his students in order to look into the details of this technical area. But first, let's get into the announcements.
Hi, this is Mrs. Reinbold with this week's announcements. November 17th is the first day of cosmetology starting their after-school salon, where students can get a haircut for $4. If you're interested, find a student in cosmetology and ask if they can stay for after-school help. Both students need to sign up for after-school help. November 21st is Cosmo's first spa night. It is currently sold out, but look out for ticket sales in the future. November 24th is the start of our Thanksgiving break. Esports is finishing Rocket League until this spring and are now moving into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. TechTalk's applications are still open to seniors, juniors, and sophomores. Please check out your class year Google Classroom if you would like to submit an application.
Alright guys, I think we're going to start a new segment today, where we're going to get some of your feedback and some of your comments. Today, we're going to be doing a riddle that's going to be answered in our next episode. You guys ready to hear it?
Sure.
Alex?
Depends on
Perhaps.
Well, too bad if you're not. Here's the riddle. Some are cherished, some are hated, and even if lost, they remain with you. What am I? What do you guys think it is?
I need a minute to think. Oh.
Just say whatever comes to the top of your mind. What do you think it is?
My brain is not prepared for this today.
Memories? I don't know.
Okay, so Alex thinks it's memories. Lucas?
Your name?
I mean, it probably could be. Those are two very good guesses.
Does the paper script say?
It actually doesn't, and I wrote it. I made sure not to write it on purpose.
Do you know what it is?
I do know what it is.
What's the answer?
I can't tell you the answer until next episode.
Oh, but I want to know.
How do we know you know the answer?
Because I have the website I got it off of saved.
What's the website?
I can't tell you that information. I mean, you can try. You don't know what I searched up to find it.
freeriddles.com.
No. But if you guys have any answers, comment them below, and any other riddles, jokes, or even stories you may have, you can comment them on our Instagram at TechTalk at CCTI, TECHTALK _ CCTI. Maybe you'll even see your comment on screen.
Hey guys, it's Nicole Carino.
Hey, you're not supposed to be doing the weather. You're getting interviewed.
Wait.
Hello listeners, it's Zoe with the weather. The weather for this week is going to be in the low 40s, mostly sunny with a slight chance of precipitation.
Hey guys, I've got a question.
What?
What is your favorite school-appropriate video game?
Am I starting?
You can start.
I'm being stared at, so I'm assuming I'll go. Probably Deltarune.
Oh, tell us about it. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's currently incomplete, but there's 2 out of 7 chapters currently out. It's free too. What I enjoy is the characters the most in the story. Plus, so far each chapter has introduced mystery.
Oh, what do you mean by mystery?
There's this one character that you don't know who's doing something that they shouldn't.
Are they a bad guy?
Most likely yes. In the game, they're referred to as the Knight.
As in dark time night, or as in
I mean, the game also has a king and a queen, so presumably yes.
So that's even more confusing if it's armor night, or if it's my favorite time of the day, night.
Well, it's spelled the old-fashioned Knight.
So Knight.
Yeah.
Is that how you spell night?
Yeah, that's how you spell night.
I'm dyslexic.
But then my favorite character is a salesman called Spamton.
Spamton?
Yeah, he calls you a little sponge. How could you not enjoy that?
I mean, yeah.
The simplest explanation of his character, though, is just a puppet trying to break free of his strings.
Interesting. Levi, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game would have to be Stray.
Stray?
Yes. It's a new PS4 game that just came out recently about a cat that adventures in this non-human world in a city that has been blocked off from the rest of the world, basically.
What kind of cat is it?
It's an orange tabby.
An orange tabby?
They actually based it off their own cat.
Oh.
Yes, it's very cute. Then sad.
Sounds right.
Basically, the cat meets a robot who supposedly is made from a scientist, but then spoilers, that robot is the scientist that was once human.
Ah. Okay.
You're basically going around making friends, but then also making enemies.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's fair. That's a good game.
It's like my comfort game right now.
Fair.
Yeah. I think Ash and I have the same favorite video game.
We do. Yes.
Detroit Become Human. Woo. Ash, what's your favorite part of DBH? I find it funny we talked about this last episode when you weren't here about our costumes.
I've seen one clip from that game.
Really?
Yours. It's any clip could be turned into a meme. Not gonna lie.
28 stab
It's that one.
Yeah.
28 stab wounds.
I actually recreated that in the hallway. I will have to ask a friend of mine for that video. 28 stab wound.
I'm gonna. Can I just say a character is my favorite part?
Go ahead.
So hidden character on the Machine Connor ending. RK900. Literally, I think he has 2 voice lines, and there's nothing revealed about him, but like the fandom has completely taken him and made him this like really amazing character. It was great development, even though it's not even canon. So yeah.
I know a lot about that character, but I will have to say my favorite character of the game is actually Connor, RK800. I just think he's great, and I refuse to do the machine run with him. I only have done the passive run, and I refuse to do anything else because he is my bean, and I love him, and he's great. Yeah.
Okay, but it's worth it to 100 the game.
No, I refuse.
Is worth it because like even if you hate the ending, it sort of gives you this feeling of like, I actually did something with my life, even though you're like sitting and playing a video game for like 30 hours every week.
I told you I was gonna 100 the game, and then I literally was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the passive run for the 5th time, and you just thought I was dumb.
I still have not gotten a good ending, so I can't say anything.
Yeah. Levi, did you have something else you wanted to add?
My favorite character from that game is Kara.
It's Kara?
Yes,
Why is it Kara?
because mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah, she is very motherly and nurturing.
I wish, like, we could see all the characters meet up, like, I know we do get to see all the characters in one space in the game, but I don't think that's enough. I feel like they should have all really got together at the end, or something, because, like, I feel like Kara and Connor could have been good friends, and I wanted that. And then, like, and then maybe even, I know Connor and Marcus have met, but we didn't really get too much with them, and I felt like they deserved better.
Yeah. They all deserve better.
They really do.
All androids deserve better in that game.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Lucas, you have any information on the topic?
I think it's hilarious in Deltarune, though, that when you beat my favorite character in a fight, instead of gaining money, you lose $50.
You lose $50.
It'd be like that sometimes, though.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he just randomly pops out of a dumpster or starts saying, "Do you want to be a big shot?"
He pops out of a dumpster.
Yeah, that's where he lives.
I mean, wow.
He's a interesting character. That's why I love it.
From that game, my favorite character is Rose.
From Deltarune or Stray?
Deltarune.
Oh.
Yes, I'm very, very gone back with it. Especially when Undertale first came out.
Oh,
The other version that came out before it but Rouse is baby. I love
The
him.
goat boy.
Goat boy.
Good boy.
Everyone calls him Floof.
He's also a toothpaste boy.
Toothpaste boy?
That's what a character in the game calls him.
He's green and pink and white.
Well, in the first chapter,
Toothpaste, yeah.
he was green and black.
This makes me feel like I should play this game.
I mean, it is free, so you can. I think it's on like every platform at this point.
Well, I have a PS4, so I guess I'll probably go look it up after we're done recording.
I mean, like it's on PC for sure. Like, I know it's on Switch.
I don't have either of those.
It's most likely on PS4. I'm not 100% sure, though I'm pretty sure.
Most things are.
But there's like secrets in Deltarune that kind of almost connect with Undertale.
Oh, really?
There is almost like a basement. You know how like the houses have those basement like outside doors that go
Yeah.
into the
Shelter
ground?
doors, yeah.
Shelter doors. There is one in the hometown of Deltarune, and you can hear Gaster's music. It's weird.
Interesting. I think this was like the best discussion we've had because we all knew about the topic.
Can I ask a controversial question about video games?
What?
Yeah.
Do you guys play with sound on or with sound off?
I have to play with sound on.
Play
Play
sound
with
on.
sound on.
Man.
Do you play with sound off, Axe?
Yeah.
Actually, I knew this about you. I knew you did that.
It takes away from certain things, you know? Like, it distracts you a little bit.
Usually for me, it depends on the situation. Like if I'm not entirely listening to the music along with the game, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna just turn this.
I say it matters on the game. Like, take Minecraft, for example. I can play with sound on, but I can't play with certain sounds on.
Cave noises.
No, I'm fine with all that. It's, for some reason, you're all gonna judge me for this. It's the grass. I can't run on grass. It makes me uncomfortable. So, like, what I do is I mute my game sounds. I sometimes keep the music on because I like it, and then I usually just have a YouTube video or like a movie playing in the background on my laptop.
Yeah, I think you can just turn off sound effects and keep the music on. At least I think.
I was gonna say, if it's the music, how dare you?
The music is the best part.
The music is the best
I love the music. Like I listen to Comp One before, like.
part at the end, and with the warden now, that terrifies me.
That's
terrifying.
I cannot with the warden. I cannot.
I refuse to go against it.
Mortifying.
I tried to fight it once. I hit it a couple of times and then I like immediately died.
Yeah.
So now that we're on the topic of Minecraft, what does everyone think of the sniffer?
I love it. We talked about this and said anyone who didn't vote it was wrong.
Did you know Craig?
Craig didn't vote the sniffer, I know. Brody didn't either. A couple friends of ours did not vote the sniffer for the mob vote, and I'm very, like, this was the first year I got to vote as well because I don't have Twitter. I think it's dumb.
I would have voted Moobloom last week.
I would have also voted Moonbloom, and then we got this dumb squid. And I
I'm
hate
so
it.
upset.
I have a plush of it just to throw against the wall.
That's what I do to my spam tin plush. I have a plush of it and that just goes off about being a big shot. Yeah,
I hate-
just shove against the wall.
I hate the squid so much. I hate the squid.
Everyone hates the squid. It's so stupid.
Tech doesn't have a purpose besides making signs glow.
That the signs glow.
Well,
but
the
you
thing-
could do that with flowers, Kate.
You should be able to do that with glowstone. No, what they should have done, if they wanted to make signs glow so badly, okay, use glowstone dust. Or if you have to get...
lights.
Yes!
Yeah, the frog lights would work.
Also, where are our frogs? Or not our frogs. Where are, they said they were gonna add something else in. Fireflies, where are fireflies?
Oh, I think
want-
they scrapped that.
Yeah, they did, because if a frog eats it, it kills it.
Yeah.
And I think that's dumb.
They're adding camels.
Yeah, they are.
I like camels.
I was excited for that.
I heard though, like with using camels, you can actually now get like 4 people to one minecart.
I think so. And
Really?
you can do
Just, like-
bigger block.
Well, the thing is, like, 2 people can ride on a camel, so like you put two like camels into 2 boats while they're babies, let them grow up. You put the boats into the minecart, and then you like each, as I said, each camel like 2 people can ride. And since there's 2 camels in the minecart, 4 people can ride.
Axe.
Yeah.
I mainly just kept seeing how people like there'll be 2 people on it, and it can jump more than like a horse, can it? I think it can jump like 4 blocks. It can jump around 4 blocks or more.
I think it was slower.
I thought it was 4.
I think it is slower, but
It's slower but jumps higher.
it's more. Probably more than a mule.
Yeah, I would think more than a mule.
It doesn't count.
It lunges?
It lunges. We just got word from our friend Alex, who's doing audio, that it lunges, not jumps. So I guess we're all wrong.
So it's sort of different from horses where they can jump straight up.
All right, we just got some information from Minecraft Wiki. Camels walk slowly or can sprint. Camels can dash every 2.75 seconds, and when dashing, the camel will launch up to 12 blocks forward and 1 block upward for a short time after dashing. The camel will not be able to sprint after dashing is done. Use the control jump and blah blah blah. It keeps going. Thank you, Alex, for that information.
I heard though that they're gonna be rare. Like I think
Probably.
it was like something like only one spawns for like every desert village.
Are you serious?
Saw something about that. They can change it obviously.
So like
it's
an
still
iron
only, like,
golem.
snap.
It's gonna, yeah. Well, yeah.
Golem.
It's 1 golem per village.
Oh,
Yeah.
but like the thing is, if a golem dies, like it'll spawn.
Will it?
No.
I was gonna say.
Make golem farms.
That's a golem farm is different from that. So
As long as the
It's-
villager's in peril,
it's
another one will spawn.
different from. Yeah, I know it's different. Like golem farms work differently than villages do exactly. I don't fully know how a golem farm works because I hunt my stuff.
So what they do usually is like they have like a couple of villagers, put like a zombie in the middle, like over some water, and the water leads into a lava pit, and like iron golems will just spawn there because like the villagers are constantly in peril.
Yeah,
Which I think is their like one spawning requirement.
I think so. I'm not sure.
But the thing is, like, once you get like 2 camels, you can just breed them with cactus.
Can we talk about bees?
Let's talk about bees. I think all of us have to love. Like bees are just a lovable creature. How can you not love them?
They're endangered.
Are they? In like real life?
Yes.
Yes. How did you not know this?
I don't get outside much.
Mainly why they added them is
Yeah.
because they're now
So why aren't they adding sharks? Because sharks are endangered.
because they're scary.
I love sharks.
Here's something about them not like adding like
Did they-
real like dangerous animal.
But the thing is, their whole logic with it was we don't want to add real things. And I'm like, well, then take out half your animals or something.
They said they don't want to add anything endangered as a hostile.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
Oh, so they're not oh, well, they made bees technically an
well, they're
Bees-
neutral. They're kind of like how
Yeah.
dogs were.
Oh, so because if you hit them, they attack you.
Yeah, because they're not.
They don't start out as a hostile dog
Yeah.
until you. Okay, I guess that makes more sense.
You take their honey from their hive.
I guess that makes.
Well, that's
more
because
sense.
you're attacking.
Yeah, you're attacking the hive.
So-
It's
Unless
basically teaching.
Unless if you put a campfire under
It's
it.
it's sort of like
Yeah.
the parrots where you can't feed any parrots in Minecraft cookies because it will kill them.
Oh, my brother.
I learned that. I learned that the hard
Can't
way.
get them chopped.
My brother fed a cookie to a parrot once. He was pretty sad afterwards.
Please tell me a Minecraft parrot, right?
It was a Minecraft parrot.
Okay.
I hope it was a Minecraft
You
parrot.
never know. This reminds me, we should just make a TechTalk Minecraft server.
Please.
We had one for our friend group, and then we all like kind of stopped going on it. I think, at least I stopped going on it. Let's make a TechTalk server.
Yes.
I'll be old statues of my favorite characters.
I will build a house and a flower farm, and that's it.
Bee farms.
Beef.
I would help with the
Bee
farm.
farms.
I will help gather flowers for that.
That reminds me though of like a game called Terraria where there's literally just a seed that's like completely filled with bees.
Everyone talks about Terraria. I've never played it. I never like understood the hype behind it, and I think that's because in my mindset, as a true Minecrafter, I only see it as a ripoff of Minecraft. And I know that's not true. I know it's not true, but it's just my mindset.
The thing is, there's a lot more like options for customization, but like you're more limited since like the fact it's 2D instead of 3D.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot more blocks and enemies and bosses and like all that kind of stuff.
and the physics just completely work differently.
Minecraft's physics don't make sense.
Well, no,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
not
like,
supposed to.
One
Yeah.
thing I really like about Terraria compared to Minecraft is the fact that like you can just chop the bottom of the tree and it just falls down.
Yeah, it
instead
doesn't
of, like,
fall on you.
yeah, so like
Imagine they added that.
They did?
No, imagine
If they, oh my god.
you could die from it probably.
Yeah. I
It'd be
mean,
kind of scary.
Isn't like in Crazy Craft, if you cut down a tree, it can fall on
Yeah.
you? I was gonna say there's some kind of thing
There
where it
is
does that.
mods.
We should play Crazy Craft and post that on. How funny would it be if we made a video called Tech Talk playing Minecraft,
We should have
Like,
playthroughs.
Crazy Craft, or IRL Craft? I think
can
that's
we
also
mention
one.
Mario Craft? as per requested by Alex. RL Craft?
That's what I was just.
Oh my god,
I
RL
was just
Craft?
talking about RL Craft. I was literally just talking about that because that's also where the trees fall down like that.
And I don't got a PC.
I also don't have a PC, but I love watching. I watched my two favorite Minecraft YouTubers play it, Midsan and Your Pal Ross, and neither of them know how to play it. But it was so funny watching them just scream the whole time as these random, like, I think Tommy in it and like played it too.
Yeah.
I watched that video, I think, and it was just, I thought it was really funny, and I think it'd be so funny if all of us who I think are mainly peaceful players, I know at least me and Levi are peaceful players. I'm not sure about you guys.
I'm medium usually.
Ash, I'm assuming you are because you make bee farms.
I get scared at night.
I'm a
Being
flower.
honest.
I'm a flower collector and a miner, so I'm just kind of like, I do my thing.
But yeah, what I said though, like earlier about like me finding 3 ocean temples, I did that like all in like the span of a couple of Minecraft days, and like so there were phantoms just constantly chasing me.
Oh my god, I hate. Who decided that? Wasn't that a mob vote as well?
Yes,
It was Dream,
That's the dumbest.
or was that
I
just the
hate
glow squid?
I don't know.
Dream was just the glow squid because when phantoms were added, I don't think he was popular though.
No.
No, I think phantoms were the dumbest one, like above glow squids, were dumbest thing we ever added.
No,
I think
glow
it was-
squids are worse because membranes you can actually use in the game.
But
Well, they're
barely, you barely get them.
thing is, technically all the mobs from that vote would have been annoying, but I feel like the phantom would be the most annoying because like it had like the farthest range, like being the entire overworld.
Well, as long as you sleep.
But then if you're like, some people don't like. I know, like me for example, I will go days on with just building and building and building and mining to the point where I don't even realize it's like 3 Minecraft days or something.
Obviously, I don't know like how the scrap mobs would work from that vote, but there was like the giant squid, which obviously would only spawn in water.
Kraken.
Yeah.
Reckon.
So like, I don't know if that would be like naturally spawning or if you had to like summon it.
It'd probably be natural spawning.
But the thing is, it'd probably be rare.
It would be very
Super
rare,
rare, yeah.
but it would probably drop like the most coolest things.
Tip of the day: make sure to bring a bed with you.
Oh my god, always bring a bed with you wherever you
Just
go.
bring a bed.
You know what I
I
wish
don't.
they would add?
Should.
Yeah, you
I'm,
really should.
I'm
It
the
is
most
a
toxic
life
kind of player. I just go off for days.
Even
without
if you
a bed.
have to sleep out in the open.
What you should do, and if we make a server, we should do this. Set it to where I don't know if you can do this for like Bedrock. I know you can do it for like the other one I can't remember.
Java.
Java. I know you can do it for Java. You can set it so only one player has to sleep, and then it sets it back to day.
That
It's definitely
sounds
not on Bedrock.
amazing.
It's
Dang.
not on Bedrock.
I know it's on Java.
Closest thing to it though is like
Yeah.
the fact that you can just go into the Nether, or like
Oh, if you're in different realms, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You can have anyone sleeping.
just like day and night cycles don't really work.
Yeah.
The other ones.
Can we speak about my favorite mod, the Origins mod?
I also love that mod.
I
It's
don't
a great
have much
mod.
experience with that.
I don't have experience with it, but I loved watching it.
It's like very fun to make.
Guys, can I mention how off topic we got?
We did really get off.
Fair, it was video games.
It is true.
Favorite
But,
video games.
you
But
know-
also, we are almost 22 minutes in.
You know what, guys? Let's wrap this conversation up. And how about we get some comment suggestions on what we can talk about next? And what's your favorite video game? Put it in our Instagram comments or in our YouTube comments at TechTalk at CCTI. TechTalk_ATCCTI.
And maybe we'll talk about Minecraft for another 20 minutes.
Maybe we will. And here we have Mr. Pease for the drafting interview. How you doing today, Mr. Pease?
I'm doing mostly all right. My voice is a little shot, but other than that, things are golden.
That's pretty awesome. So, let me ask you a couple questions here. Let's start off with, what is drafting and design technology?
That's a hard question. Drafting and design technology is kind of like a pre-engineering, pre-architecture type thing where students learn to design, basically take thoughts that they might have or that I might give them and turn it into a design that can be sent on to another place to be built, to be constructed. And that can be buildings, it could be machine parts, it could be home machines, it could be a toaster.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know you guys did stuff like that.
Why not? Don't you pay attention?
Well, I am in graphic design, so I don't know too much about other areas.
No comment.
I've learned a little bit from a couple of my friends, Craig and Nicole, who we're going to be interviewing later. But that gave me a lot of insight on your tech area.
Wonderful.
Alrighty, on to the next question. What is your background in your field?
I did 14 years of design in different industries. I did some interior design. I did some security design, some electrical design. Eventually, I did some dental design, offices, not the equipment, and learned a lot along the way. And when the time came that CCTI was looking for an instructor, I was pretty much a mutt in the design world. So they liked my different experiences and asked me to come bring them to the students here.
Also, they saw you were very different from most other teachers and were just like, hey, that could be pretty cool. Let's make him a teacher.
Yeah, many people see me as very different.
I've heard a few things from your students, so.
All lies.
Oh, even the good things?
Probably.
All right. For your next question, what is a day like in your classroom?
It's like going to a military institution and everything is regimented and no smiles are allowed.
Oh, really?
No, none of that's true. None of that's true. I like to say we work hard, we play hard. The students get to attempt a lot of different things from different types of engineering, and they move through units that I give them one at a time with due dates at the end. And they're responsible to get a 90 or better on the state required tasks along the way. If not, then they take another shot at that task, and we make them master each one along the way. And really, my students are never on the same spot as the student next to them, which is kind of interesting. Because I have it set up in a module type thing on their computers, I get to roam the classroom and answer individual questions. So it's kind of a variety throughout the day. And I do allow my students to help each other, just like a design team in the real world, and to work through any problems that they may have to, give them the experience of teamwork as they complete tasks, while at the same time evaluating them individually.
Seems like your students probably work really well together.
Most of them do. On occasion, I have to fix that, but yes, they do.
Coming out of DDT, what certifications will your students leave with?
If they do what they're supposed to do, they will leave with their NOCTI certification. But even more importantly, in the world in which they're going into, they'll have Autodesk certified user certifications. And this year we're introducing that for Fusion 360, which is an offshoot program within the Autodesk design world. So we'll see how many come out with that one.
I hope all of them do.
Yeah, me too. It makes me look good in front of the bosses.
And for your next question, what employment opportunities can come from drafting and design technology?
Just about any type of engineering starts with design, whether that's architectural, mechanical, civil, which is bridges, roads, and tunnels, electrical, computer hardware, biomedical engineering, aerospace, environmental engineering, chemical engineering, and probably about 20 other engineerings that I'm not thinking of at the top of my head right now.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and they can go in as an entry-level designer, or they might opt to go get a 2-year degree at a tech school and come in a little higher in the design world, or they can go on and become full-fledged engineers or architects if they want to continue their education that way.
Wow. Do you have any ties with any of your previous students that have gone on into the field?
Oh, absolutely. I have a student that's now out in Kansas designing private jets, which is really cool for Cessna. I have another student that, I don't know why we keep going into this field, but designing rockets out in Pittsburgh. I have another student that's doing oil rig platforms. So those are the cooler ones. Then I have local ones that are doing design for small architectural firms and stuff like that out there. So there's a variety.
Seems like a lot of them are into flying and space travel.
It does seem that way. I wonder why.
It's out of this world.
All right. Shoot for the stars. That's what I told them, so maybe they took it seriously.
Took it literally. And for your very last question,
Ta-da.
we saw on one of our other posts that you commented a little upset about our review of pumpkin spice.
Yes.
Can you give us your opinion of pumpkin spice?
Pumpkin spice is second to none. It is the reason I love the fall. A lot of people like the colors of the leaves, but I do not appreciate that as much as pumpkin spice. And those of you who are against pumpkin spice, I'm not even sure I want to talk to you anymore.
So you don't believe it is orange cinnamon?
No, it is absolutely not. I think you should have consulted the culinary department before making these sweeping judgments over all of us pumpkin spice lovers.
Well, next time we definitely will. And now let's get on to our student interviews. Thank you, Mr. Pease, for your time.
Anytime.
And here we have Craig Conville and Nicole Carino. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that does answer my question. So, what is your guys' tech area and what grade are you guys in?
We are in drafting and design technology. We are both seniors.
Interesting. How long have you guys been at CCTI?
We've been here, this is our 4th year.
What is it like in drafting design? What do you guys do every day?
What is a day like in our tech area? Well, it really depends on who you ask because everybody's doing different things. Everybody's on a different part because it's a self-paced program. Most generally though, it's basically all on the computer. It's not like other tech areas. A lot of tech areas have like a theory of some sort, and then they have like their actual application. We just go straight into it's all one big thing that we do in one go. So we basically sit down at our computers and do our thing. We do have break times like throughout the day, so we'll like take a break. But you know, it's optional. Like a lot of people will just sit there in silence and just do their work all day, and then you won't even hear from them. So that's more or less how it works. We do have one particular assignment called PDP and dedicated math. So we will do that once a week. He changes the assignment. A lot of them are team building, soft skills type things. And then dedicated math is just like some sort of math worksheet.
Mr. Pease did say you guys do a lot of teamwork and work together a lot in his interview, so good to know that you guys do. Because not every tech area does have a lot of working together as much as you may think. So every tech area has its misconceptions. What are some common misconceptions about your tech area?
Well, I think the biggest misconception about drafting is that, everybody thinks that we just draw, that a lot of it is drawing, but it's not. The first couple units when you start is hand drawing, but everything else is on the computer and using the AutoCAD program.
What are some of the current projects you guys are working on?
Basically, everybody is, they're at different points. There's 18 units in total. So everybody's working on different things. So me, personally, I'm done the 18 units. So I kind of get this rare occurrence where we sort of have to make up projects. And I can't necessarily say that the way that sounds. It's more so we explore my interest personally. Now, basically, drafting and design technology is split 50-50, more or less. There's very, very minor things, but more or less, half of it's architecture and half of it is like mechanical design or 3D design. There's a very, very tiny amount that's like civil or electrical or things related, but it's basically one of those two. So usually somebody gravitates towards one or the other. I am more inclined to the mechanical side and the 3D modeling. So the 3D print, like the 3D printing and additive manufacturing goes along with that. So I basically, most of my days are 3D printing. We basically just have like a constant thing go. We will print out things. Some people have things that they made that they want printed, so sometimes they'll print that. Sometimes it's for a different project, like a bigger project that we're working on, we'll 3D print stuff for. We do have a couple of projects that are external right now. So that's basically we're working outside of the school. One of them is in Donner's Donuts in Jim Thorpe. So it's a little donut shop in downtown Jim Thorpe. And they had this balsa wood marble track on the wall. and because of the conditions of the shop, since it was all humid in there, it started to warp. So they tasked us with taking it, and we're in the process of measuring everything and modeling it, and then we're going to 3D print the entire thing and bring it back to them. Also, another thing is Synergist University is a Autodesk affiliate. Autodesk is the company that owns the CAD program that we use. So basically, they're like a instructional like association, and they just had this design competition in another program that we use called Fusion 360. And basically, it was given to us that we had this robot model, and me, as well as 2 other students, were tasked with designing a weapon to go on it, like a battle bot. And we actually won that contest, so we had the opportunity recently to travel to Bethlehem to present it, and we won an award for it, so that's cool. But other than that, yes, a lot of, for me right now, is experimenting with the 3D printers, some other 3D modeling related things, and that's kind of how I spend my day.
What was the longest time spent printing?
2.5 days.
2.5 days?
Yes. For, like, it converts it to days, but yes, that would be the equivalent of, I think it was 2 days.
Is it like 2.5 school days or just days?
2 days, 18 hours.
Oh, wow.
That's in hours, yes. It was for another external project that we did for the CCTI summer camp, where we had to print Yahtzee cups. So we were collaborating with Precision Machine and Graphic Design to make a Yahtzee set. So Precision Machine made aluminum dice, and Graphic Design made scorecards. So we made the cups, and each cup took like, I don't know, 6 hours, and we would just print them like 12 at a time. So we ended up with like, I think about 60 by the time we were done. But yeah, so that print we had to just continue over and over for the course of like maybe a month or two. Kind of works out because like since the A/B schedule that we're on, it, you know, it's like a lot of times if they're like longer prints, like the average print that we'll do will go anywhere from like 6 to like 18 hours. But because we're in this classroom only every other day, I can just set it to go, and then by the time I come back to the next class, it'll be done. So
it's very interesting. What about you, Nicole?
So I am on unit 16 of 18, and that whole unit except for one assignment is architecture. Architecture is probably my favorite thing to work on. Right now I'm working on a site plan for a town. So I'm making like all of the houses and the schools and everything else that goes into a town.
You guys mentioned some of your current projects, but what is your favorite projects, or what are some notable projects that you did for external sources?
It's hard to choose. I mean, although it's like all projects. Like we said, it's not a lot of theory. Everything that we are given has a project to go along with it. So, I say personally, my favorite ones have probably been the ones that we have done externally because they're just more real. I have done projects within the units that are just like, you know, make a tape dispenser, and then I have to design my own tape dispensers. Like, that's fine, but I prefer when it actually has like a real use. So, we've done ones, obviously, the Donner's Donuts. That's honestly one of my favorites right now because there's a lot of like engineering mindset that goes into that too. Right now we're thinking about like, problems with like weight distribution and material like density. So that's a thing. But also for other tech areas, we do a lot of stuff. So one of the things is, since drafting and design technology is sort of the basis, you know, all things need to be designed before they're made. A lot of tech areas come to us for either plans for things or they need something replaced with a 3D printer. That one is actually more likely. So we've done some basic floor plan stuff for carpentry and HVAC and electrical before. I can say myself personally, I've done a 3D print for ACR. It was a hubcap, like oil cover, something along those lines. So basically, I just had to like model it, and that's usually there's like something broken on whatever they give me. So I just model it and then fix whatever it is that's broken, and then print how many they've had. We've done one for culinary where we had to do like a sprayer handle that broke, so we modeled that. We've done plans for welding, for like a base for one of the machines. So we do a lot of that kind of stuff.
What's your favorite project or anything that you've done, Nicole?
One of my favorite projects is probably the town that I'm working on now, or the intro to AutoCAD floor plan that we made. I always love doing the floor plans of residential homes and stuff like that. But some stuff that I've done outside of school is I am the lead for a train station project in Lansford. We are doing a train station renovation into a rec center. So the train station is from the 1940s, and we are making plans and renders to renovate it into a recreational center. They want to have events held there. They want there to be a lot of people selling stuff, food, a place people can rent out for weddings. There's a whole bunch of stuff, so we've been working on that.
Wow, that's really interesting. How do you guys feel about your tech area? What do you enjoy about it?
I love my tech area. It's very relaxing, and it never feels like I'm actually doing any work because the work that we're doing is really fun, and I enjoy it.
I think it's a fantastic tech area. I think that the things that they teach there are good for, the engineering world. I feel like the dynamic, is like really relaxing, and we do have a sort of freedom, like since it's so self-paced, but it works out because, we build respect with Mr. Pease, and it's kind of just like a thing where we can just go in there and like work and be productive in a way that isn't stressful, and we don't get annoyed at each other or injured or anything. So it just, it works out. We're just kind of chilling in there. So.
It's great. And that concludes our latest episode about drafting and design technology. We talked about our favorite video games, spoke to Mr. Pease and a few of the students, and got a sneak peek into what drafting and design technology is really like. As always, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Tech Talk at CCTI. If you're interested in more Tech Talk at CCTI content, make sure to check out our Instagram, TechTalk at CCTI. TECHTALK_ATCCTI. And make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on the notifications to be notified when we upload next. Thank you for tuning in, and catch you all again soon.